Well, hello and welcome to another battle royale. It's been a while since we had a threesome. Unfortunately, the rest of the gang couldn't make it, so it's just me and Stanislavs this time. And since the next ban list doesn't take effect until a couple more days, Stanislav still has a chance to play full power Crossheart. And we have the blues man himself back again to his preferred color playing Blue Flare. And I'll be playing Blue Lordmon. And with the introduction out of the way, let's hop into the game. Looks like Stanislav has the first move. He hatches Pikmons, evolves it into Starmons, and plays Kiriha Aonuma. I guess you can see it if you squint hard enough. And with that, the turn passes to me with 4 memory. I hatch Argomon, evolve it into Mushroomon, then into Sunflowermon for 2 memory, and I play a green memory boost, revealing from the top of my deck a Sunflowermon, a BT10 Palmon, another Sunflowermon, and a Blossomon. I take one of the Sunflowermons in my hand and put the rest at the bottom of my deck, and it's off to the Bluesman with 1 memory. He hatches an Upamon and plays a Blazing Memory Boost. He reveals a Sora and Joe, Blue Flare Greymon, Blue Flare Meton Greymon, Decker Dramon, another Sora and Joe, and Gaussmon. Unfortunately, no Kiriha to be played, so he just takes Greymon and Meton Greymon to his hand and puts the rest at the bottom of his deck. Stanislav moves Starmons to the battle area and goes for the attack on my security with them, getting a draw from Pikmon's inherited effect. I reveal Cherrymon, so Starmons is destroyed, but with its save it goes under Kiriha to be used later. Next he plays Taiki Kudo, and with its own play effect reveals from the top of his deck a Ballistamon, Fireball, Sunrise Buster, and the BT1 Taikamiya. And since the only target he has is Ballistamon, he puts it under Taiki and the rest goes to the bottom of his deck. Then he plays another Taiki, this time revealing a Dorumon, Shoutmon King version, Starmons, and Shoutmon Cross 4. And this time he puts Dorumon under the new Taiki, adds Starmons to his hand and puts the rest at the bottom of his deck. And it's off to me with 2 memory. I move Sunflowermon to the battle area, use the delay effect of green memory boost to gain 2 memory, evolve Sunflowermon into Ajatarmon. I use Ajatarmon's effect to suspend himself and play a BT10 Palmon from my hand, and since one of my Digimon was suspended by an effect, because of Sunflowermon's inherited effect I get to draw a card, and with Palmon's own play effect I reveal the top 4 cards of my deck and add a Fairy and Vegetation type Digimon from them to my hand. I reveal Red Vegemon, Bloom Lordmon, Ajatarmon, and Cherrymon. Naturally, I'll add Bloom Lordmon as my Fairy target and Red Vegemon as my Vegetation target, the rest goes to the bottom of my deck. And to end my turn, I play a Mimi Tachikawa and pass it on to Stanislav with 3 memory. He plays the 2-cost Blue Mete Shida and then plays the Blue Flare Greymon, which has the same effect as Palmon but adds 2 Blue Flare cards. He reveals a Hammer Spark, Meton Greymon, Gaussmon, and a Male Birdramon. He adds Meton Greymon and Gaussmon to his hand and the rest go to the bottom of his deck. Stanislav hatches another Pikmons, evolves it into Starmons, then he plays 1 Starmons from his hand and evolves it into Ballistamon, ending his turn. At the start of my turn I go to 3 memory because of Mimi, and then gain an additional memory because of Argomon's inherited effect. I hatch another Argomon, evolve it into Mushroomon, then I evolve my Palmon into Sunflowermon, use its when Digivolving effect to suspend itself and play a Vegetation Digimon with 3000 DPL or less from my hand, and I play a Red Vegemon. Next I use Mimi's effect since I have a level 5 or higher green Digimon to suspend herself and move my Mushroomon from the raising area to the battle area. I use Mushroomon to suspend him as a Digisorption cost for my Cherrymon and evolve it for 1 cost on top of Red Vegemon. Next I use Ajatarmon's effect to suspend himself and play a Pomomon from my hand, and it's time to bring out the big boss of the deck. I evolve Ajatarmon into Bloom Lordmon. With its when Digivolving effect I suspend Cherrymon, and since all of my suspended Digimon are either Vegetation or Fairy type, I gain back 4 memory and an additional memory from Ajatarmon's inherited effect, and since I gain 2 or more memory with its effect I unsuspend Bloom Lordmon and he gains Piercing. And with Bloom Lordmon I go for Stanislav's security, and since now I have 4 suspended Digimon I get a security attack +2. And the first check is another BT1 Taikamiya, and the second check is a Sunrise Buster. So Stanislav gets to play another red or yellow tamer, and he plays Tai and Kari Kamiya. and he gives one of my Digimon minus 3000 DP for each one of his red and yellow tamers. But since he doesn't have enough to delete my Bloom Lordmon, he deletes my Cherrymon, which means I lose a security attack, so there's no more security checks. Next I evolve Mushroomon into Sunflowermon. And did you know Pomumon affects all players? Well, we didn't, so I use Sunflowermon's effect to suspend Pomumon to play another Pomumon from my hand. Yep, I'm straight up cheating here. But hey, as long as nobody notices. Anyway, I finish my turn by playing the green memory boost, revealing from the top of my deck a Nidhoggmon, Palmon, Red Vegemon, and the level 5 Argomon. I add the level 5 Argomon to my hand and put the rest at the bottom of my deck. At the start of his turn he gains one additional memory because of Math, and he finally evolves his Upamon into Gaussmon, and he goes for my security with Greymon, and reveals a green memory boost. Next he plays Metal Greymon, using Male Birdramon and starter deck 1 Greymon as Digicross materials, and since it has Rush he goes again for my security with security attack +1. But it won't matter because he hits a Nidhoggmon, so his Metal Greymon is deleted. But he uses its Material save to put his Digicross materials under Matt Ishida. Next he uses Hammerspark to gain a memory, putting him at 2, and he uses them to evolve his Mad Ishida into Akumamon, which removes the Argomon from my Sunflowermon's evolution materials, and he goes for my security with Akumamon that has security attack +1 because of Greymon in its evolution materials, and he clears them both and survives. You've seen it here first, folks. Wow. Anyway, he plays another Blazing Memory boost, revealing a Metal Greymon, Male Birdramon, Hammerspark, Kiriha Aonuma, Deckardramon and a Blazing Memory boost, and this time he gets to play a Kiriha and adds Metal Greymon and Male Birdramon to his hand and puts the rest at the bottom of his deck, passing it over to Stanislav. At the start of his turn, Stanislav gains 2 memory because of Tai and Kari. Stanislav moves Starmons to the battle area, goes for Stanislav's security with it, getting a draw from Pikmon's inherited effect and reveals another 2-cost Mad Ishida in security. Next he plays a Shoutmon Cross 4, suspending one of his Taikis to use Digimon under his Tamers as Digicross material, meaning the Cross 4 will only cost him 1 memory to play. He attacks Kumamon with Cross 4, with Piercing and Security Attack +1, and all of Stanislav's security Digimon lose 2000 DP because of Dorugumon's inherited effect, but he hits a Decker Greymon which is 10,000 DP, meaning right now it matches Cross 4's 8000 DP, deleting him. Man, if only he had a way to reduce Stanislav's security Digimon's DP by another 2000. Oh well. He uses Cross 4's material save to put Shoutmon and Dorugumon under Kiriha, and plays another Cross 4, suspending his other Taiki to use Digimon under his Tamer as materials and summon his field. And attacks Greymon with security attack +1 and piercing, revealing a Kiriha Aonuma and Sora and Joe. And after the battle, he deletes Cross 4 to put all of its materials under Taiki and unsuspend him. He plays a Sunrise Buster, playing a Taiki and deleting my Bloom Lordmon. With his Taiki he reveals a Shoutmon, 2 Akari and a Fireball. He puts Shoutmon under Taiki, adds Akari to his hand and puts the rest at the bottom of his deck. And finally he plays a Dorugumon, giving my Sunflowermon minus 3000 DP and deleting him. I hatch an Argomon, evolve it into Mushroommon, suspend one of my Pomumons for the Digisorption of my Argomon level 5, making its evolution free. Next I evolve my other Pomumon into Namakemon, and I suspend him with its effect to reveal the top 3 cards of my deck and add a green Digimon card from them to my hand. I reveal a red Vegemon, another Namakemon, and Grand Del Sol. I add red Vegemon to my hand, the rest goes to the bottom of my deck. I use one of my green memory boosts to gain 2 memory. Next I evolve Namakemon into Ajatarmon, and I go straight to cheating again, using Ajatarmon's effect to suspend my Argomon and play a Palmon from my hand. Palmon reveals a green memory boost, a starter deck Palmon, Cherrymon and Bloom Lordmon. I add Bloom Lordmon and Cherrymon to my hand and the rest goes to the bottom of my deck. I evolve Ajatarmon into Bloom Lordmon, suspend Palmon with its when Digivolving effect, gaining back 3 memory, and one additional memory from Ajatarmon's inherited effect, so Bloom Lordmon unsuspends and I go for Stanislav's security with security attack +2. And I clear all of his security. Next I evolve Argomon into another Bloom Lordmon, again gaining back 4 memory so it unsuspends, and I go for the Bluesman's security, which was only a Greymon. And I use Argomon's inherited effect to play a suspended level 3 Digimon from my hand. Next I use Mimi's effect, suspending her and moving Mushroomon to my battle area and using him to attack the Bluesman directly and eliminate him from the game. I use my second green memory boost to gain another 2 memory, evolve Palmon into Red Vegemon for 1 memory, and into Cherrymon for 3 memory, since I don't have anything to suspend for his Digisorption. And I finish my turn by playing Grandel's Song, suspending Dorumon and putting it at the bottom of Stanislav's deck. Stanislav hatches Peakmons, evolves it into Sparrowmon, then he remembers to gain 2 memory from Tai and Kari, evolves Sparrowmon into Dorumon, he plays Starmons from his hand, and evolves it into Ballistamon. Looks like he's digging for another Cross 4 or a Cross 5. But it looks like he didn't find them, because he just plays Shoutmon from his hand and with its effect he reveals 3 cards from the top of his deck, which are 2 Cross 5s and a Sparrowmon. Too little too late. He adds one of the Cross 5s to his hand and the rest goes to the bottom of his deck. And next turn I just swing with Bloom Lordmon, get blocked, and swing with my other Bloom Lordmon and eliminate Stanislav from the game. And yeah, I did technically cheat. I gotta learn to read my cards. And if I was aware of Pomemon's effect, I still had another line of play that would net the same result, so it wasn't that bad, right? Anyway, this was a fun game, and I hope the Stanislavs won't be too salty with me for this. Until next time, bye!